What's going on, everybody? My name is Zach Rana and I'm a 7th grade science teacher in South Central LA. Last year I just finished my first year of teaching and I was able to go to the gym 5 to 6 days a week consistently for the whole year. In this video I'm going to be sharing 5 little tricks I use to help me stay consistent. Tip number 1, schedule it in. As a first year teacher, I was very busy, I had a lot going on, and I would physically schedule in my gym workouts. Like I would put like Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. back and biceps workout. So I would know exactly what muscles I was training that day when I'd go to the gym, and it was already scheduled into my calendar. The second trick I used, and this kind of goes along with the first one, was I didn't give myself a choice. There was never a back and forth in my head of like, oh, should I go, should I not, do I feel like it, do I have too much to do? It was like, no, you're going. Like it's not a choice. Like I'm not choosing whether I go or not. It's already scheduled in my calendar. I already know what muscle group I'm hitting and I have to do it, because if I don't, then it's gonna mess up my schedule for the rest of the week. So I was like, I know, like I have to go. It's not a choice. That really freed up a lot of mental space of like, you know, that back and forth that we have sometimes of like, oh, I don't know if I feel like doing it. I don't know if I have the energy. I was just like, well, I'm going regardless. Trick number 3 I used was I would set myself up for success. So going along with the fact that I didn't give myself a choice of whether I was going or not, as soon as I was done with work for the day, I would head straight to the gym. I knew that as soon as I left school, my car was gonna go to the gym. There were days where I was exhausted. I'd had a really long day, or I hadn't slept a lot the night before. I would physically get to the gym. I was there, and then once I was at the gym, it was like, okay, well, now I'm gonna work out, like even if I'm exhausted or whatever. Sure, maybe some days I sat in my car for like 10 minutes not wanting to go, but I was already there. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do a workout now. So I set myself up for success. Another example of this is actually filming this YouTube video. To be honest, I was kind of tired today. I didn't feel like filming it, but I set up my camera and I got everything ready, and then I was like, well, now I just have to talk to the camera, so I'm gonna do it. And it's the same with the gym. Once I already got there, I was like, well, now I just have to get out of my car and go. So I might as well, I'm already there, you know? So I use this in all aspects of my life. Like if I don't really feel like doing something, I'll just set it up, I'll get it ready, and then I'm much more likely to just be like, okay, well, I might as well do it. The 4th trick that I used was reframing my mentality towards the gym. I told myself I get to go to the gym instead of I have to go to the gym. And this, again, is a huge principle that I've applied to everything in my life. Again, with filming this video, you know, like I said, I was kind of feeling lethargic, tired, didn't really want to do it. But then I was like, wait a minute, I get to film this video. It's not that I have to, it's that I get to. I love making videos. So, you know, what's going on here? Like, I get to do it. This is amazing. And that totally just lifted my spirits in seconds. And then I was excited to film the video. The same thing worked in the gym. As soon as I started telling myself I get to go to the gym, I started seeing it as this positive outlet for me, which is really what it's become. The gym and exercise in general has become a huge positive outlet that helps me de-stress, that helps me, you know, get rid of everything going on in my head from the day from teaching at school, because teaching is a high stress job and there's a lot going on. So the gym became an oasis for me, rather than something that I was like, oh, like forcing myself to do it, like, oh, I'm on it, like it's on my to-do list, like I gotta get this done, like, you know, trudging along, dragging myself along. It was like, no, I'm excited, like, let's go, let's do this. I get to do it. Like, it's a privilege that I have a gym membership at this amazing gym and I get to do this. The last trick, and this might not work for everybody, is to do it first thing in the morning. Towards the end of the year, before we went into quarantine for coronavirus, I had actually shifted my schedule and I started working out early in the morning before school started. The reason I did this was I was actually reading a bodybuilding book written by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he talks about how if you want to have a really good workout and put maximum amount of energy into it, you need to do it first thing in the morning. He said all of the successful like doctors, lawyers, engineers that he saw that were able to stay really fit and consistent would go in the morning. And I noticed that this was true for me too. I would be so exhausted by the end of the day on most days that I really didn't want to go to the gym, and I didn't have the energy to have as good of a workout as I would have if I had done it first thing in the morning when I was fresh and rested and ready to go. Another thing too that Arnold talks about in his book, and that I found was very true in my life, was that things come up later in the day that hinder you from going to the gym. For me, being a teacher, things would totally come up. I'd have to do like parent-teacher conferences. I would be giving presentations to parents after school. I had tutoring. Sometimes I wanted to go to sports games. So a lot of things would come up after school that would hinder me from going to the gym, or that would delay me going to the gym and would reduce my motivation for wanting to go. Because if it's like 6:30 or 7 p.m. and I'm just leaving school, it's like, oh, like I'm really gonna work out now before I even eat dinner. Like it, you know, it just gets really tiring and tough to do that. So when I shifted it to morning workouts, that went away. That problem wasn't there. So what I actually did, my schedule, you know, before the whole quarantine thing, was I would get up at 4:30, eat like a light breakfast, get ready to go, and leave by like 4:45, get to the gym at 5, and then I would work out for like an hour and a half, change, get ready for school, and then I'd be at school by like 7, and I'd be one of the first people at school because our school doesn't start till 8. So then I'd have a whole hour to like eat my second breakfast, my protein shake, make sure my lesson was all solid and ready to go. I found that I had a lot more energy throughout the day. You might think like, if you're getting up so early, like you probably were exhausted the rest of the day, but that was not true at all. I had more energy when I would work out in the mornings and then go to school than when I would just go to school right, like first thing in the morning. For me, that was like a really interesting experiment, and I found that it worked really well. As I go into my second year of teaching, I'm still gonna be teaching online, so I'm not sure if it makes the most sense for me to work out in the mornings, but I might start doing it again, honestly. Who knows? Anyways, I hope these tips were helpful. Smash the thumbs up button if they were. Don't forget to subscribe because I post new videos every single week, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.